Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Lost Media Archive. Today we're talking about Walt's Wisdom and Walt's Warning. So let's begin. Walt's Wisdom is a 2008 interactive movie created in Adobe Flash made to advertise a television series known as Breaking Bad. In this interactive movie, you have to give up information such as your name, your location, and how old you are for the interactive movie to be customized and personalized directly to you. In this interactive movie, we see the climax of the pilot episode as the series main character, Walter Hardwell White Sr., played by American actor Brian Lee Cranston, is in his van as who he believes the police are coming to arrest him. We see him filling up various paper bags with money, and eventually, we also hear the sound of a phone ringing. He runs over to you and tells you that this is a very bad time, and he tells you that somebody told you about him and he brings up an email. Typically, this is from the person who forwarded the interactable video game to you, and he tells you that you spend too much time doing something as you have to put in this information, that you're wasting your life, but you're not too old yet. You can still change, and that you can live your life. And he encourages you to do that and to not waste your life and wait too long like he did, as he specifies that he waited too long, and that life is worth living. Now, at the end of him turning the camera to a clipboard where your name is on it, and he crosses off. There are various other crossed off names on this clipboard, and we see him walk out of the van with a gun in his hand, which is meant, which is what happens to Walter White. Which is what happens to Walter White near the end of the pilot, and so we would see him go out into the middle of the road, which is where we see at the very start of the pilot. As the start of the pilot begins with the end. Now there are a few inaccuracies in this. If you look at the pilot and this, in the pilot, when this would be happening, Walter White would be wearing a gas mask, and the room would be filled with toxic fumes, and there would be various people lying on the ground, most likely knocked out, and one deceased from the toxic fumes. But now the second one. A sequel game was made the following year, 2009, called Walt's Warning, meant to advertise the second season Breaking Bad. In this, you have to go over a photograph this time. Once you upload it to the website, and go over some fairly similar information, what's your name, and what city you live in. It will begin for the customized experience, which is why they have you put in this for a customized experience. Now, in this experience, it begins with you running through the desert before you are captured by Mr. White, where he questions why you are out here, where he brings you to his van, and he tells you not to interfere with his operations, that he has too much at stake. He has a son on the way. He has a son on the way. He has lung cancer, and he has a son with cerebral palsy, Walter White Jr., which is why he is called Walter White Sr. Now he eventually knocks you out using two ways. One method is that he hits you in the head with the butt of a gun, which is a prop gun used by the school that he formerly worked at, the drama department. As at the start of the series, he was a chemistry teacher while also working part time as a car washer. Now, or he could use a vial full of chemicals and put up to your face, knocking you out as you inhale them, as he takes them from the variety of machines he uses to produce the illegal substance known as methamphetamine, as the main series revolves around him, alongside his former student Jesse Pinkman, creating and selling the illegal substance known as methamphetamine. And eventually, you wake up in the desert, there being a white sign saying, your name, can't hide in the place you put down." Both of these games were lost in December of 2020 after Adobe Flash lost all support, and these games are no longer playable. There's just gameplay footage of them all across YouTube, and for Walt's Warning, the second game made in 2009, a link for it was found saved on the website known as Wayback Machine, which preserves older versions of websites. As through this, its .swf file was found, but even though we found the file, the full game was not contained on it, and even though we have it, it is still not playable to this day. But we do know a variety of people did play it for a fact, so possibly one of these people could still have it downloaded somewhere, or or even somebody we don't know about could have possibly downloaded it, as Breaking Bad was an extremely popular television show during its time, to the point where it even warranted a spin-off called Better Call Saul, which was acted as a prequel, starring the fictitious lawyer known as Saul Goodman, who appeared in the show, and it even garnered enough to get its own prequel called Slippin' Jimmy, which explored the adolescent years of fictitious lawyer Saul Goodman before he became a practicing lawyer of law. So hopefully it'll be found, but it's very likely, due to how popular the show was, the fact that there are multiple people who have uploaded full gameplays of it, though it is a very short game, so it makes sense why it's full uploads of it. But let's hope it's found. Anyways, that's all I gotta say. Bye, have a nice time.